Today's topic is polarization. Polarization is strange, but interesting and very useful. Imagine a rope which is moving up and down at one end so that a transverse wave is started. As is pictured on the left, the transverse wave wouldn't have any problem going through a board with a vertical slit. But if the board is turned 90 degrees, as shown in the picture on the right, the transverse wave would be stopped by the board. The same thing happens with light waves, except unlike the rope, which is only displayed or in one plane, the transverse waves from light waves are in many planes at once. The board with a slit is replaced by what is called a polarizing filter. Here's another visualization. Of course, the slit of the polarizing filter must be very, very narrow to accommodate light. It has to be down in the same size as light waves. So here's a definition for your notes. Pause if you need to.
I wanted to show you some polarizing filters. If I take one polarizing filter and put it in front of me, you notice there's a decrease in light, and that should be expected because we've only got light going from one plane. You don't have all the planes available, so yes, the light's been cut down. Now if I put another polarizing filter in front of that one, you shouldn't notice too much light reduction because it's letting in the same plane as the first one did. But now, if I turn it 90 degrees, it cut everything out because that's the way it works. We only had one plane going through, and now I've cut that one out too. If I bring it back 90 degrees, you see I'm still there. I can do 45 degrees. We got a little bit of darkness. The other one can go 90 degrees also, and it cuts out light completely, or back. And that's how polarizing filters work.
Polarization happens naturally in some minerals, like this one, tourmaline. Some people theorize that polarization was the basis for sunstones the Vikings used for their navigation. We know the Vikings used sunstones, but we don't know what they were. None have ever been found in any Viking burial site. Vikings had to navigate the North Atlantic, which was cloud-shrouded a lot. We think they used calcite, a mineral which can polarize light and can be found in Scandinavia. They used it to find the location of the sun, even on a very overcast sky. If you can find the sun, you can navigate. The polarizing filters that I demoed and are used for practical purposes are based on a long chain organic molecule. The spaces formed by the long organic molecules are just the right width to act as the slits that polarize light waves. Here are some of the practical applications for the polarizing filters I would like to share with you. I want to show you how they're used in photography, how they're used for sun or driving glasses, how they're used for stress testing, how they're used for LCD screens, and how they're used for real 3D. Polarizing filters are used in photography. Here is a polarizing filter which can be attached to a camera lens. Polarizing filters can be used to eliminate glare in pictures. I wish I had a polarizing filter when I was doing the demo on the polarizing filters because they kind of had glare on them, huh? The picture on the left is taken without a filter, and the one on the right with the filter. You can see how the glare is completely eliminated. Look at the difference between the pond on the top left without a polarizing filter, notice the glare, and the one in the bottom right with the polarizing filter. If you look closely, you'll notice that the leaves are the same leaves that are floating on top are still in the same place. So this was just taken moments later by putting a polarizing filter in front of the camera lens. Polarizing filters can add more contrast to the sky, which is sometimes nice to have in a picture. Polarizing sunglasses are very important. They eliminate glare, so it's always safer if the driver gets more information than less information. You can see what could have happened here. Same in this situation. The more information the driver has, the better. Or you can see in these, particularly the center one. You can see the center one, we're driving through a forest, and on the left, the dashboard of the car is being reflected like glare would be on the windshield, and on the right, with polarizing filters, you can see through the windshield, so you can see if you're about to hit an obstacle in the road. Are you a fisherman? See how useful cutting the glare can be? Polarizing filters can be used in the plastic manufacturing process to detect when plastic parts are being stressed in the manufacturing process. We want to avoid stress because if plastic parts are stressed when they're manufactured, they will break easy. This person is holding a disc and purposely stressing it while holding it between two polarizing filters. The stress points show up as color. The manufacturing process parameters can be changed in the molding machine and to eliminate the stress once it's detected. Polarizing filters are an important component to LCD or liquid crystal displays. And you've probably seen these on different devices. Liquid crystals are sandwiched between two polarizing filters. So the polarizing filters are the ones with the bars on them. Notice that one is going horizontal, this one in the front. The bars are going horizontal, this one in the back, the bars are going vertically. So they would not allow light to go through them, except the crystal has a twist to it, which turns 90 degrees, and the light will actually follow along with that turn. So in their default state, the crystals let light through. What happens is if we apply voltage to the crystals, they straighten out, and so light is not allowed through when an electric charge is applied to them. Lastly, polarization used for 3D movies. 3D movies project two different images, one polarized one way and one polarized the other way. The viewer wears glasses so that one eye can only see one of the images and the other eye can only see the other image. This fools the brain into thinking it's seen a 3D image. And hopefully you've enjoyed one of these in theaters before.